When we talk about the health of our nation's economy, people are quick to point out our national debt. But it's important to understand that debt can be a good thing when used responsibly. Money must be spent on the military, domestic infrastructure, and public welfare, including schools, fire departments, police, disaster relief, and the government agencies that keep America safe and strong. But we cannot continue to ignore the dangerous debt our country faces. Trillions are owed, and a growing portion of the federal budget now goes simply to paying back the interest on that debt. Interest payments are on track to exceed $1 trillion this year alone, rivaling spending on national defense and Medicare, while crowding out critical investments in infrastructure, education, and security. There are two proven ways to reduce debt: increase revenue or reduce spending. Today I focus on the first way in part one of the two-part series, The American Financial Solution. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I respond to every single comment, so be sure to let me know what you think down below. Now let's get into it. Raising income is not only possible, it's straightforward. So long as we have the courage to close the loopholes that let the ultra-wealthy and multinational donors game the system while leaving hardworking American individuals, families, and middle-class citizens completely untouched. These reforms target only the ultra-wealthy and the giant corporations that have mastered the art of avoidance. But I don't believe in blindly taxing corporations and billionaires, who often promote businesses and economies across the country. Still, we can balance this by generating the revenue we need without ever raising taxes on the backbone of our nation, the everyday Americans who already pay more than their fair share, while at the same time ensuring that businesses don't flee our country and we lose the tax benefit of billionaires entirely. The current income tax system is riddled with loopholes that let billionaires and corporations pay far less than their fair share. One glaring example is ultra-wealthy individuals who pledge stock as collateral for massive loans. Because stocks often rise faster than the interest they pay, they extract billions in cash without ever triggering a taxable event. You might have heard of this. It's called the buy, borrow, die strategy, and it shifts hundreds of millions of dollars of tax burden onto working class Americans. To close this loophole, we should treat these loans as taxable events. Tax the loan proceeds at 20% as a fair proxy for the economic benefit received. Strict reporting by banks and borrowers will ensure compliance and transparency. This will raise a significant amount of money, decreasing the burden that has been unfairly shifted onto the working class. Equally damaging is how multinational corporations shift profits to low tax havens like the Cayman Islands. Current rules reward offshore gamesmanship. The fix is simple and pro-growth. Lower the federal corporate tax rate to 15%, making America more competitive than most developed nations. At the same time, we must ensure companies that benefit from U.S. markets actually pay their share here. This is where we deliver one of the biggest, most patriotic, and most overdue changes in American tax policy. I advocate for a change that puts America first and demands reciprocity from every company that wants to tap into our unmatched economic power. Today, foreign firms can list shares on the New York Stock Exchange through American depository receipts without incorporating in the United States. We must change that because listing on American stock exchanges is not a right. It's a profound privilege, and we, the American people, must treat it exactly as that. Let me be clear on what I mean here. American capital markets, led by the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, are the greatest the world has ever known. They are the foremost currency and investment engine on earth for all of civilization, and they were built over generations by American vision, American risk takers, and our safe and secure rule of law, which protects investors like no other system on the planet. When a company lists here, they gain access to trillions upon trillions in American retirement savings, pension funds, 401k accounts, and the deepest, most liquid capital pools anywhere on earth. They receive instant global prestige, unmatched credibility, and the ability to raise money cheaper and faster than anywhere else in history. Foreign companies flock to our exchanges precisely because they know that American investors represent the strongest, most reliable source of capital the world has ever seen. They get to enjoy the fruits of our prosperity, the stability of our legal system, and the confidence that only the American marketplace can deliver. And with that, they gain access to the most prestigious, most renowned currency ever developed, the United States dollar. But as we know, Privileges come with responsibilities. And for too long, multinationals from foreign countries have treated our markets as a one-way street. They incorporate in offshore tax havens, shift their profits abroad, and then use clever financial tricks like American depository receipts to siphon billions from American investors without ever fully committing to our nation and paying their fair share of taxes to support the military that protects global trade, the infrastructure that powers commerce, or the public services that make our society strong. This is not fair, it's not patriotic, and it's not nationalistic. This is the same globalist playbook that has plagued our society, hurt our middle class, and taken advantage of American families. This practice is not sustainable for a sovereign America that refuses to be played for a fool. We built these markets. American workers and American taxpayers have sustained them. It's time we demand reciprocity. That is why we must require that any company seeking the privilege of listing on our American stock exchanges must incorporate under United States law and pay a minimum 15% tax on its worldwide profits, no matter where those profits are earned. If you want access to the magic of American capital, if you want the benefit from the greatest financial system civilization has ever produced, you must stand with America. Pay your fair share to America and stop hiding behind foreign shells while American families carry the load. This is not punishment. It's simple justice. When I say America first foreign policy, this is what I mean. This is America first economic policy at its finest. This policy strengthens our sovereignty, restores fairness, and ensures that the companies profiting from our markets contribute back to the nation that makes their success possible. Additionally, we should impose a 15% tax on all sales of ADRs for foreign companies that choose to stay offshore. This levels the playing field, discourages tax arbitrage, and channels more investment into truly American business that creates jobs right here at home for American workers and American families. And the best part is that these reforms, they don't require new bureaucracies, new employees, or new government agencies. All they require are clear rules, better enforcement by the IRS and Treasury, and cooperation with international partners to end harmful tax competition. And what will the result be? Hundreds of billions of dollars in recovered revenue to fund the military, infrastructure, schools, and government assistance our country desperately needs. More importantly, we restore fairness, spur job creation, and secure America's position as the world's economic superpower. When politicians tell you we can't raise money without raising taxes on the middle and working class, they're lying. They just haven't thought outside the box. It's time we stop rewarding loopholes and start rewarding work investment and patriotism. Let us pass these common sense reforms before the debt becomes truly unmanageable. Please be sure to share this video, speak with people you know, and push the Overton window as much as you can. Reform is possible, but it starts small. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. Like I said, be sure to comment down below. I'll respond to every comment. This video took a little bit longer to make, and I put a lot of effort into it, so I really look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. We're so close to 100 subs, so be sure to share this video and click subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.